Greetings, everybody, and welcome to my channel, The Healthy Voice. Someone recently asked me if I would make a video about the resonators and try to explain what these are and why they matter for your voice. And I was really grateful for this question because I think it's an important one. And it's interesting how we don't really learn about this in our natural day-to-day growing up. This is something that you have to learn whenever you take any kind of voice class, like singing or some kind of a speech. And even then, you may not hear about them. I've been in many voice lessons where I never heard the word resonator. I heard other words that were alluding to the resonators, but never a solid lesson on what they actually are. So that's what I'm hoping to do today to help you understand what the resonators are and why they are so important for your vocal journey. Before I do that, I just want to tell you about my voice liberation method. It's a 7-week self-paced course. It is designed to help you learn all about your voice from the inside out. We do nervous system regulation, guided visualizations, sound healing exercises, journal prompts, as well as classical vocal technique designed for you to learn how to open up your voice and be authentic with your expression and feel good when you use your voice. So check out the link in the description below. So what are resonators? Think about your body like this. Your body is a musical instrument. It is. Your body is designed to make sound, just like a musical instrument. And so every instrument needs a resonator. In a guitar, the resonator is the hollow internal part, the body. So you have the body of the guitar, and then you have the hole, and the strings go over the hole. And so when you pluck the strings, the vibrations of the strings hit the walls of the inside of the guitar. And by the sound waves hitting those walls and then bouncing outward, it creates resonance. And it's basically another way of saying amplified sound. It's how we get an acoustic guitar to amplify sound to be heard throughout the whole room. And you also have amplifiers in your body. You have resonators. Most people don't know about this. This is why so many people are hard to understand when they speak. Their voice is hiding way back in the back of their throat. They have a very stiff tongue, or their jaw is very tight, and there's no room for the sound, for the vibrations to bounce off of the natural resonators. So where are these resonators? Okay, well, we have 2 sets of resonators. Like I said, you are a musical instrument, and so that means you have a range of sounds. You have low sounds and you have high sounds. So just like a musical instrument, it's organized in a sequential order. Your low sounds resonate down here, and then as you rise up in pitch, they get higher and higher up in the body. And so your low sounds resonate down here in the chest. You can feel your sternum right here, this flat breastbone, which connects to the ribs in the rib cage. We also have some bone right here, the clavicle. But right here is really where so much, where so much of this resonance takes place. So what happens is when you sing a low sound, the vibrations, the airflow and the vibrations from your larynx go down and they bounce against this bone right here. And just like the ceramic tiles in a shower, your sound gets amplified. So your low sounds become amplified through this lower region. Up here is where it gets really interesting. So our high sounds resonate up here in the face. But this is also an important area for just straight up amplification. And so singers use these resonators in order to make their high sounds sound really nice. But speakers use these resonators just to be heard with ease. Now, the resonators in our face are our cheekbones, our sinus bones, our teeth, our forehead, and even our eye sockets, even the top of the head. So if you're a high soprano or a high tenor, you would actually use the top of your skull and your forehead as a resonator. You would send the vibrations to that area. It's a very interesting experience. It can be quite euphoric. it can actually be quite dangerous to drive. It's a very interesting thing, this human body that we have. But we're going to focus mainly on speech today and how you can use these resonators to speak with more ease. Now, the biggest frustration a lot of people have is being heard. And so people, when they want to get loud, they will do it from here. They will strain their voice right here because they think if they push, they think if they use a lot of effort, then more volume will come out. But what ends up happening is they just end up feeling tired, exhausted. They can sometimes lose their voice for a whole day because they put so much pressure on their vocal folds and all the muscles that surround the voice. And so instead, what we want to do is we want to learn how to hack our own system. So remember that image of the shower stall with the ceramic tiles and the sound bouncing off of them. The guitar, the vibrations of the strings hit the walls of the inside of the guitar and they bounce out. Right here is where I want you to focus, right here. So put your fingers on your cheekbones and also on your sinuses. We're going to make a very annoying sound, a very whiny sound. And now we're going to use the sound Z. So we're going to go Z. And I want you to use your imagination, feel the vibrations, and will the vibrations to go to the front of your face, to your nasal area. Z! And feel the vibrations here. Pause and do this several times, okay? And then come back to me whenever you're done. All right, so I'm assuming you paused. Now, I want you to do it again. You felt the vibrations right here. You're going to do the same thing. This time I want you to bring your attention to the roof of your mouth at the front. The hard palate is what we call this. The front roof of the mouth. I want you to do the same sound, Z, and notice the pressure in the roof of your mouth. This is the air pressure of your voice. Just pause and do that several times, and then come back to me after you've felt it at least 3 times. Okay, so you're back. You have felt the pressure, not just here, but also in the roof of your mouth. So when you feel the pressure in the roof of your mouth, that's the same thing as placing the sound here in your, we call this the mask. The mask is our face resonator. And what I want you to do is I want you to say a few words while trying to imagine your sound is going forward, forward, forward. I want you to feel the sound in the roof of your mouth. Let me give you a sentence. Okay, I'll just come up with something. Easy street. Easy street. Try to say that phrase and try to feel the sound going forward into your face right here. Easy street. Try to feel the pressure in the roof of your mouth. Do that a few times. You can pause. Easy. Try that. Now, you should be conscious of how you feel in your throat. The idea is to feel relaxed here. If you have tension in your throat and you feel like you can't get it to relax, even though you're telling it to relax, try massaging it. Just take your fingers and on the side of your throat, don't press on the actual middle part. Just gently stroke this area right here and make sure your jaw is relaxed. Your tongue is out. Oh. And then move your jaw around like this. And then do 3 audible sighs. Maybe you feel the pressure in the roof of your mouth. And then we feel it down here. So whenever you do your sighs, you can try to send the vibrations to the front of your face, the roof of the mouth, and then as they come down, drop down into the chest. Then pick a poem, pick an article of some kind, and read it out loud, slowly, sending the sound forward to try and feel it in the roof of your mouth. You want to try to feel that pressure. The more you do this, the easier it gets. As I speak to you right now, I am conscious of where my sound is vibrating. I am consciously making an effort to feel the vibrations right here. What it's doing is it's causing me to speak with ease. There's no pressure on my throat. There's no pressure on my vocal folds. I feel like I could talk for hours and I would be fine. In fact, I would be energized by it because, to be honest, this vibration that I feel in my resonators, it feels good. And that's my goal for you, is to get to a point where it isn't just easier for you to speak. It feels good to speak. You want to actually feel pleasure from your voice. It's 100% possible. Just like it's possible to feel pleasure from yoga. But when people start a yoga practice, it's very uncomfortable because they're not used to putting their bodies in these positions. They can find it difficult to breathe. They can find it painful to get into certain postures. But the more they practice and the slower they go in trying to master these postures, the sooner they get to a point where they can breathe, where they can control the pacing, and they can start to feel pleasure in their body from these poses. And voice work is exactly the same thing. And that is my wish for you. And so if you feel like you're really stuck and this is just really hard and this doesn't make a total amount of sense, but you kind of get it, please check out my voice liberation method. People are saying really positive things about it. I've been very proud to get feedback from the people who have actually completed the course. By this point, we have people who have completed the 7-week course, and I'm so happy to say that they are very happy with the results. So please check out the link in the description below. If you are interested in learning more about the healing power of your voice, in my Healthy Voice community, once a month I teach a class on sound healing principles, and I also guide members through a sound healing session. So that might be interesting to you. I'll put the link in the description below. As always, I want you to keep going because the world needs your unique voice. I'll see you in the next one.